Finally, it's here. Transformers. And is it as awful or as great as I expected? Well, it does look a little weak in a few places, I will admit, but overall, I was like, yeah, it was worth the wait. It still feels a little unfinished in a few places, so hopefully they'll work on that before the film is released. But on the whole, I really, really liked the trailer. I thought it was, for the most part, really, really strong. The only really bad parts, of course, is it's Michael Bay, so they have some pointless car chase. They have pointless comedy. People are just mugging for the camera for no reason. It's not going anywhere. It has a few Michael Bay problems, but overall, I was surprised how good this was. I do feel it's weird that Prime looks that different. I'm not digging the whole new look, but I did like they gave us classical Prime near the end, so that was pretty good. But yeah, he looks a little weaker than I expected. So hopefully he'll just get more bulky or more strong as the narrative continues. But overall, I liked it. I liked it a lot. The callbacks were pretty strong. The designs were pretty strong, especially with Bumblebee. Bumblebee looks really good. And it all looks like an A game in terms of performances. The music was an interesting choice with the Notorious B.I.G. So overall, yeah, I have very positive feelings towards it. The Peru setting is, I think, proper. Thought it added a lot of flavor to the proceedings. And yeah, the new Transformers look pretty awesome. So it just looks pretty amazing for the most part. But again, I've not been a fan of the Transformers franchise on the whole. I think it's been pretty actually disrespectful, just a lot of noisy nonsense. But there are flashes of real genius in the Transformers films. It just doesn't feel coherent enough. But here it seems very balanced. They really finally, I think, got the formula right, and it does feel like it's going to have a strong enough story, not just rely upon basically Peter Cullen. He's really been, for me, the only real reason to even pay attention to these things is Peter Cullen's voice, and it's still a very powerful voice. So they didn't do too much to modify it. So I am pretty happy. I think overall, this is going to work. I'm very satisfied. A few small red flags, but I do expect Rise of the Beasts will be really, really good when I see it. However, now we turn to Super Mario. I did actually see another trailer when I was watching Black Adam in the theaters, and that was pretty awful. I did not like the trailer. Bowser came off as pathetic. The animation felt uninspired. This new trailer, yes, does look a lot better. It gives you more of the story. It's not hiding as much, but I'm still slightly negative towards it. I think it looks good in a lot of places, but Chris Pratt, I'm sorry, just is not Mario. He doesn't sound like Mario, so that's a big one. I just don't believe this is Mario, so that's a big one. I love Joy. I think that was really perfect casting. That made a whole lot of sense. And the look overall is good. I know some people were panicking over Peach having a tracksuit, even though I am more of an OG, so I like the first games. I love Super Mario 1, 2, and 3. I have to finish 4, frankly. No, she looks good. I think overall it's fairly balanced in terms of characters. The callbacks were really strong. Very nice look of the world overall, but it still feels kind of flimsy. So Bowser kidnapped Luigi. I guess he's going to bait Mario into this world, and Peach is going to help out. She's going to be active, leading the army. I know some people are panicking over that. That's in the canon. She has been very active. You could play her as a character since part 2, so I don't know what they're talking about. So I actually want to like this a lot more just to make fun of the haters and all these idiots going cuckoo that it's some kind of communist feminist conspiracy thing. I don't sense that. I don't think Peach is going to kill Mario in this first 3 seconds and take over the narrative, but whatever. But I gotta be the disappointing voice here. I just don't feel this is that extraordinary. I do like this is a little different from Sonic, where they just put Sonic with a lot of human beings, which I think is kind of pointless. So him being in the fictional world makes a lot more sense. But yeah, I mean, their version of Bowser, it's not impressive. Mario and Luigi look good, but it just doesn't sound right. There are things I like, but overall, I just feel this is kind of clunky. I'm sure people will like it. I'm sure it will be good enough, but as a really hardcore Super Mario fan, I'm not sold. I don't want to pay for this in theaters. I'd pay for Transformers. I'm not going to pay for this. So I'm going to wait and see. I'll wait for the reviews. Maybe I'm being too pessimistic. So I want to be the guy to like this and be consistent that as more of a classical guy, I like the classical Transformers. I even have some of the comics, so I'm more an OG kind of guy. And to be fair, Super Mario did do a lot for the OG crowd. I like that, but not enough to win me over. Transformers, there are reasons to be skeptical of Michael Bay, of course, but I think this is fairly balanced. I think they did a pretty good job with nostalgia in the new stuff. So, tentative hope Transformers will be amazing, but Super Mario, I feel, is just going to be at best above average.